Good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. I'm Nikki McCutchen. I will be your host this evening. We are super excited to have you here. Please know that whoever invited you to this call must really care about you to want you to know about this technology. It is changing lives left and right. We witness it all the time. And so we are excited to see what it will also do for you. So thank you for joining us to get more information tonight. We are going to start with just our medical disclaimer. The call tonight will be for 30 minutes, and we're going to be talking about the X39. And then at the end, we'll tell some stories, or I'll answer some questions, whatever you all need, or whatever you all want to share. I would love to have you come on and do that. But first, tonight, what we'll be sharing is for informational purposes only. So, all medical conditions, we want you to check with your physician first. All LifeWave products are not intended to treat, cure, diagnose any kind of disease. If you're pregnant or nursing, please go ahead and consult your physician as well. And with that, we will just get started with this amazing little tiny patch that does so many things in our body. Tiny little patch, completely non-transdermal, meaning that nothing transfers from this patch into your body. Most people are used to a nicotine patch, an estrogen patch, a vitamin patch. All those things transfer something from the patch into the body. This is completely sealed on both sides. It's hypoallergenic. It is FDA regulated as a medical grade 1 device, as well as we are regulated under the FDA as a general wellness product only. So anyway, this product, it is what it does, since it doesn't transfer something, it is actually using a process called photobiomodulation. I know, really big word, right? But you actually all know exactly what this is. Every time you walk out into the sun hits your skin and your eyes, it tells your body to start working and making the vitamin D and having the vitamin D do what it does in the body, what God designed it to do in the body. That process is light therapy, phototherapy, photobiomodulation. And so what happens with this technology is that we are now the light or the heat source. Instead of the sun being that light or heat source, it's actually coming from us. So inside this little patch is a crystal lattice structure that is made up of amino acids, like sugar, salt, water, that is reflective. So crystals that are reflecting at a certain frequency back into the body at targeting specific peptides. Okay, so it tells these certain peptides to get up, get going, do what you were designed to do in the body, just like when the sun hits our skin. So now we are the light source, we are the heat source that is being used to reflect our own light, what we were created with, back into our body, telling our bodies to work the way that it is designed. What's so cool about this technology is that we have over 90 clinical studies, but you can actually, and we have spots that those clinical studies are done on that we recommend that people wear the technology on. But you can actually wear it anywhere on the body because the company's been around for 20 years. We've been utilizing this technology now. And so we know, and that light comes out of our body at every place. So you can actually put it on any spot you want on the body. So if you have an issue, an ache, a pain, or whatever, and you want to put that patch right on that spot, you can totally do that. The recommendation is that you wear it for 12 hours on, 12 hours off. 12 hours on to activate and repair, 12 hours off to give your body a break from that light frequency signal. So if you know anything about red light therapy products, they all have a time limit that they tell you, you use it for this amount of time, or don't, you only want to use it for a certain amount of time. Don't go over this amount of time, because what happens in our body is our body starts to attenuate. What that means is that it just is starting to get used to that light signal, that frequency signal. And it's like, oh, I've got it. I'm done. I don't need to work anymore. I'm tired of being told to keep getting up, keep going to work. And it needs a period to rest, just like our bodies naturally need a period to rest. That's why hopefully most of us are sleeping well at night. We need that sleep. Our body needs that break as well from that light frequency at those targeting those specific peptides. What is so cool about the X39 is the specific peptide that it targets. It is called GHK copper peptide or GHKCU. This copper peptide, if you look it up, if you go to PubMed and you pull up, if you type that in, you're going to get several articles going through what this in particular peptide does in the body. And I'm just going to give you a few. The list of the things that it actually does is long. The other thing I want you to think about is as I'm going through this list, when I'm telling you those few things, let your mind think on, okay, if she's telling me that it activates dormant stem cells. What does that do? What do dormant stem cells do? What could effect could that have on my body with whatever I have going on, and how might that help me? So it does activate dormant stem cells. What happens in our body is with our stem cells, the normal aging body process is at 30, half of those stem cells start to go dormant. By the time you're 60, you only have about 10% of those stem cells any longer active. So you can see between 30 and 60, that natural aging body process that happens, aches, pains, illness, disease, whatever starts going on with you usually starts to happen in that age range. That's a completely normal aging body process because the stem cells go dormant. If we can keep those stem cells up and running as if we were 25 or younger, okay, imagine what that would feel like. Imagine what we could do, what our bodies could do if we had those stem cells that we had when we were younger. Did we have that ache? Did we have that pain? Did we have that illness? Did we have that disease? Probably not. So if we get those stem cells up and running again, think of all the things that can then take place in your body. Okay. Another thing is, okay, make your mind work. Cardiovascular system. Okay. So your heart, the lining of your blood vessels, every part of your cardiovascular system, even to the molecular level, this in particular peptide supports. Every 6 months that you utilize this technology, it resets your cardiovascular system by 8 years. Okay, take that in for a minute. By 8 years. So imagine what can happen if you support your cardiovascular system by telling this peptide to get up and get moving and do what it was designed to do. I don't know about you, but I want my cardiovascular system to continue to operate optimally for as many years as God gives me here on this earth. Because that means a much healthier life, a much healthier lifestyle, the availability to me to go and do the things that I want to do for as long as He gives me here on this earth. Wound healing. Do you have any kind of surgery, any kind of scar, even long-term scars? We've had several people that are even on here tonight that have these amazing stories about scars that they have years ago that just remodel. It has remodeling properties. They just even go away. The keloid scars flatten out. Even if you're having a surgery, upcoming surgery, it will just help you to repair quicker, faster, repair from those things faster, your skin, but also internally. Collagen. So not only does it help with the wound healing, but collagen is actually a foundational building block in our bodies that supports every single body part process that we have, that we do, our bones, our tissue, our muscle. Most people just think it's hair, skin, and nails. It is not. It's completely foundational to what goes on in our body. So, yes, do people start having amazing changes in their skin? Do they start growing more hair? Yes, all of those things happen. But what's even more exciting to me is the foundational stuff that's going on. If you're taking a collagen supplement, usually if it's a high quality supplement, there's about 5 types that they can give you orally that you would take exogenously that would go to support what you notice mostly, again, is your hair, skin, and nails. But this technology sets it up so that collagen is being supported from the base. You have 19 different types of collagen in your body that do all types of different things to support our body being able to work, being able to stretch, the elasticity, the being able to bounce back in every part of our body. Amazing, absolutely incredible peptide that we can access, that we can tell to get up and get moving. Our immune system. Who does not want to have a more vibrant immune system? kids, they get down for like, a day, a few days, they have snuffles, they just keep, going on doing their thing. Sometimes as we age and we get sick, it takes us a long time to recover from that. So, what if we just stop getting sick as often? What if when we do get exposed to something, it doesn't last as long or take us as long to get over it? So, any time that we can boost our immune system, have our immune system supported from the base, it allows us to have higher quality of life and experience everything that we have in every day that God's given us versus not feeling well and having to go with whatever that day is going to look like because of how we feel. So, what we recommend is that you make sure anytime you utilize this technology that you hydrate properly. Hydration is key. So you want to make sure that you drink half your body weight in ounces minimum. Okay. And you want to do that just slowly throughout the day to get proper hydration into your body, as well as electrolytes are very key: sodium, magnesium, potassium. My favorite electrolyte and mineral company is called Beam, like beam of light, Beam Minerals. Those are my favorite. She does a ton of free education to explain and help you learn about how minerals work in your body, how electrolytes work in your body, and how the combination of what she has put together is far superior. And so they are my favorite. I think I covered everything. I think I got it. 1 month for every decade. Oh, no, I didn't say that. Sorry, I was looking at my notes thinking I forgot something and I did. All right, so 1 month for every decade you are old is our recommendation that you wear X39. Okay, why? Why, Nikki? Why are you telling me? Why is it not going to work in 1 month? Guess what? It has taken you a long time to get in the state you're in. Whatever things you have going on with you, it's taken a while for those things to happen. They don't just all of a sudden happen in your body. So, this is completely natural: no chemicals, no stimulants, no drugs going into your body. We are just supporting your body in the way that it was already designed to do what it is supposed to do. And so, also, depending on how old you are, it's going to take a while for those stem cells to really get up and really for you to have a really great amount of stem cells to start being able to go to different areas and regenerate and rejuvenate whatever you have that's going on with you. So, definitely make a commitment to this technology and to your health, that this is something that you want to invest in your health, and make that commitment to do 1 month for every decade you are old. And let's see what amazing things are going to happen to you. We have story after story, hopefully, here in just a few seconds. Some of you are going to unmute yourself. You're going to raise your hand. You're going to type in the chat. Let me know what stories you have experienced, what things that you have seen. And also, anybody who has any questions, please type those in the chat. You can raise your hand, you can come on and ask the question. But that's what we're here for tonight, to give you some education as well as be available to answer questions for you and hear what's been going on with you, what you've noticed from this technology. So, anyone want to share with us this evening or ask a question? While we're waiting for, oh, somebody, good. Liana, yes, I could
I'll
count on
share.
you. Come
I'll
on, girl.
share. Okay. Yesterday, it was such a glorious day here in the Northeast, and I'm in New Jersey. And a friend of mine, after church, we said, it's gorgeous. What can we do? So we decided there was a street fair up in Nyack, New York, which is just over the border, not far. So we decided we'll go to a street fair, food and tchotchkes and clothing and you name it, it's there. Well, we walked for 3 hours. I haven't walked for 3 hours in over 40 years. My back didn't hurt. I had no pain whatsoever.
Wow.
This morning I got up and I was almost crippled. I said, "Where are my patches?" So I patched all over and now I'm probably 90% better. This morning, I actually
Wow.
took my cane out this morning because I was in so much pain. I mean, I slept fine. I didn't have any problems sleeping. I had no pain while I was in bed, no pain when I got up at 4 in the morning to go to the bathroom and got back, no pain. And then when I got up for the day, I was like, okay, I can't even walk. So I got my pain, I patched, drank my water, just took it easy, put the heating pad on, and I am so much better tonight.
Oh, that's awesome. And what I
Yep.
love about that so much is that it also tells you that even though you haven't walked that much for 40 years, your body is capable of that. Movement is medicine. And so now it tells you, okay, what could I maybe do? What could I maybe add to my life that would increase, allow me to walk a little bit more, do a little bit more? You
Yeah.
have this amazing vibrancy of life that you now know is given back to you because you just went for it. And then eventually what's going to happen is when you wake up the next morning, all it's your body's just going to be used to it. Like this is what Liana does. She makes us move and work, and that's just going to create more health and vitality for us. So I love that so much. I'm so glad, Liana. That's amazing.
I even did my rebounder this morning with weights. I do resistive rebounding, and
Oh, perfect.
I was even able to get on that. I just did real low key. I had my weights and everything, but I just did
Yeah,
real low key just to get the lymphatic system going because that's the vacuum cleaner of
absolutely.
the body. So
Yes.
even got to do my rebounder and even walked a little in the house. Just everything real low key, and I'm just so much better tonight. I'm praising God. Woo.
Absolutely. And that's perfect because it is then movement that allows that lactic acid to
Yep.
clear out, like what you said, Liana, with the lymphatic system
Yep.
moving. Because as we do work harder in a workout we've done or a busy day that we've had, that movement then the next day when we're sore allows that to work out, and our technology goes to work saying, yep, we're
Yep.
just going to get busy, we're just going to work the way we've designed, we're going to clear this out of here and have all those cobwebs get out so that we can just have another glorious day.
Amen.
So I love
Amen.
that so much.
Yeah.
Yes. Pastor Ed, did you have your hand up? For I see you, Margie, too. So Pastor Ed, what would you like to add?
Hey, Nikki, good seeing you here again, and great seeing you over the weekend. We had a phenomenal meeting with all your friends and family. It was really incredible. I During the weekend, I was telling you about a friend of mine that I went to see in the city, and I just wanted to give you a little heads up. I just talked to him like not even 5 minutes before your call, and he was telling me without a lie, he said, without a lie, brother. I put an Eon Ice Wave and X39, and I put the Ice Wave on top of his boot because he was out in the street, right? And
Oh, yes.
his pain went down. He couldn't believe it. He's like, no, no, no way. Well, he went for 12 hours with that pain. The following day, of course, he's in excruciating pain again. But he said it just took another 2 to 3 days. His pain now is to three. He's like, I don't know if it's the patches or it's in my head, but I need to get some of this stuff. And he's ready to come in. I don't know if he's on the call tonight. I invited him, but he's got a list of people that he wants to come in and bring in.
That's so
Just so
exciting.
excited because he is tired. Look, guys, it's all about timing. He's tired about work, tired of doing what he's doing, and he's looking for a golden ticket. And he believes that this is a golden ticket. I know, guys, we have diamonds in our hands, and I just want to thank you, Nikki, because you're a great instrument to bringing this technology out and the knowledge that we need. That you bring it every week. So thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing. And I don't know if y'all got that, but this is what's so crazy about Pastor Ed's story. Okay. That he put the patch. Okay, we're talking work boots, y'all. Like, big old honking work boots. He put the patch on top of this guy's work boot and his pain went down. So that is what is so amazing about our body and this infrared light. It emits outside of our body 3 to 4 inches. Okay, so don't, I mean, when I usually patch people, Pastor Ed and Lorenzo, all weekend, it was so cool. We got so many people out of pain, and we were just putting the patches on their clothing. So if you haven't tried that yet, it works. It works just on their clothing. It works on a big old work boot. I mean, I was floored. Like that was so cool. Yes, Margie, come on, sister.
Okay. Well, I got a quick testimony. For those of you that didn't hear my testimony about my grandson, Jack, that he had a fracture in his lower back and was told that he was not going to be able to play football. He's back playing football. However, on Friday, we went to his game and someone ran into his ankle and also his back again. Well, his back doesn't hurt, but his ankle was hurting. and it was actually swollen. What would have happened? My daughter would have taken him to the orthopedic. All right. But you know what Jack did, which amazed my daughter? He took the Eon patch, he put it on his ankle, and in a few hours, the swelling was down. And he said, Mom, I have no pain. And so Shelly called me. Shelly said, Mom, you're not going to believe this, but Jack did this. And I said, yeah, Jack is learning. He knows that he has to depend on those patches because he's a football player.
Absolutely.
And so it's amazing what this is doing. And I see it in my family. I see it in my friends. You know, of course, I have a huge testimony, which I'm going to go on tonight, but it's going to be in Spanish and share my testimony there. But
Awesome.
yeah, God is good. And I just, you know, it's amazing. My daughter said, Mom, I don't have to take him to the doctor. His swelling went down. He says he has no pain.
Yes, that
So,
is just incredible.
yeah.
And isn't that what we want? Like for this younger generation, I mean, they are the ones that are coming up with all kinds of amazing technologies that they have access to. And now they have a technology that supports their health completely naturally and
Right.
causes their bodies to work the way that it was designed and help clear out things like that. It gives the body the tools when that peptide is activated. Those tools then are able to go and work and support an area like Jack's ankle when he needs this. So what a great opportunity for our kids, for our grandkids to have in their duffel bags when they go work out, when they play sports, so that they have access to what they need if something does happen, or even beyond that. What if they have a friend? What if
Right.
another some
Well,
kid on the other team
let me tell
that
you,
they want to
Nikki,
bless?
let me tell you, Nikki, he's already sharing with his friends on the football team. Now he's a 17-year-old, y'all.
Mhm.
And for him to say, I am never going to stop using these patches because this has done a miracle in his body and he feels amazing and he's going to
Mhm.
share with his friends, that's huge. So
Absolutely. A
definitely work.
17-year-old, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what a game changer for anybody that comes in contact with him, that he is going to be able to bless, that he is going to be able to give an answer to, that he is going to be able to help someone. What an amazing tool in a young person's hands like this technology. Awesome. Yes. Yes.
Hi, my name is Jesus.
Nice to meet you. Glad you came on.
Thank you, thank you. I just want to share. I'm a regular user of the patches, of course, the X39. I'm using the SP6, and then I use the Ice Wave on my feet, so I'm completely pain-free, right? Because this technology is incredible. But yesterday, I went out with the family with my grandkids, and I was sitting at a restaurant for about 2 hours, and I forgot that I used to have back pain, right? Well, yesterday it came back because I was not having the right posture. I wasn't sitting comfortably. By the time I left the restaurant, my back pain was like at an 8. Okay. So I came home and I'm like, okay, I got my X39, I got my Ice Wave, and I got my SP6, and my back is killing me. So what can I do? Okay, I'm gonna put myself. So I got myself and put myself an Eon on top of what I already had, and oh my goodness, it works. In a
That's
matter of
awesome.
10 minutes, that burning sensation in my back went down to about a 2, and then 30 minutes later, I completely forgot I had any back pain. So even when you earn the back pain by having a wrong posture, just use the tools that we got, which is the Eon for inflammation, and that will go away. So I just wanted to share that because we forget we have the patches and we think we're invincible. If we get pain, let's patch up again.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so I have a random question for you. So you said that you use SP6. I'm just wondering what is it that draws you, or why do you use the SP6? Because it's funny because I'm 50, and so a lot of women my age, we're all about the SP6 for all of our hormones, and so we get a little caught up in that. But the SP6 is also for men. So I would love to have you share why you use that patch.
Excellent question. Yes, I love food, and raise your hand if you do too, right? We all love food, but it's so easy to make the wrong choices when you are out and about, and when you're at home as well. So the SP6 does control my cravings, and it helps me make the good choices when it's time to eat. So I'm definitely using it to control my appetite and watch what I eat.
I love that. I love that so much. And actually, the SP6 is one of my most favorite patches because it completely curbed, my sugar craving. Really, I eat pretty healthy, but I've always really liked sugar. So I've really had to be careful with that. And now I pretty much can't even eat very much sugar. And I know that may sound terrible to some people, but I am so thankful because sugar is so bad for you. So I am super thankful. So I love that you shared that with us, Jesus. That's amazing. Looks like David is agreeing with you too. So we all agree. That's awesome. Yes. Anybody else? I have a story I can share with you. So yesterday, I had somebody call me. She wanted me to come help patch somebody that was in just a bunch of pain. And she had this really cool, there's several people that have some very interesting body scanning type devices. She had one, she does some health things with people. She had a Zytoscan. And so it's something you place your hand on. And I went over there and I patched him, and I wasn't getting any movement or any help with what he had going on with him. But she had scanned him before I got there, and so this is one of those things that I always tell people. Make sure you take into consideration having some type of scan or going to your doctors and having measurements done. Like after you've been using the technology for 6 months, go back to your ophthalmologist, get another eye check, go back to your dentist, see what he says about your gums and teeth. Go and have routine blood work done so that you actually have a physical test result that shows something, different than these, what you've been seeing or what they've seen before. So you can see it, because sometimes with people, it takes a long time for them to feel anything in their symptoms, and they really need test results for them to understand that the technology is always working. It is definitely working. Obviously for this man, this is the first time that he'd used the technology. She did a scan before I got there, and then we put patches on him, and I did several different combinations, and I couldn't really it was discomfort, it wasn't pain. So that's different than pain. So I was trying to see if we could get any type of movement in that. But what was so interesting was on that scan, it was saying that his issue was in his small intestine. It was all lit up. His small intestine was the problem of whatever was going on with him. And so then we patched and we rescanned, and his small intestine did not come up at all. He had multiple levels that had come down and reduced, and the small intestine was just completely clear of all inflammation. And so, but he felt the same. He did not feel anything going on. So that is a wonderful example for people to then see and know and understand that no matter what is happening when you use this technology, it absolutely is supporting and working on your body. So don't give up on it. Do that 1 month for every decade that you are old, and go and get those test results. You've invested in your health in this technology. So if you're not feeling anything or noticing anything, go ahead and go back into your doctor and get some of those test results run so that you can see, oh my goodness, this is happening with my eyes or my teeth or, my organs or in my blood or whatever it might be. So I just want to encourage you to know that the technology is working, but also give yourself, some help in that area to see, okay, even though I'm not feeling anything, it is still supporting my body. I think it's so important for people to know that. So, anybody else have one last story for us? Okay, there's a question. What combinations of patches did you use? Okay, so I'm guessing you're asking on my story. Yes, so he was just having some stomach discomfort. And then also in talking to him, I think what he was having going on, like, because mostly it would be when he laid down at night. So I think it was some type of acid, reflux type of thing potentially. And so it was in the evening, so I just told him to sleep in. I put the ice wave, so I used the tan ice wave on the belly button and the white ice wave in the middle of the chest on the sternum. And usually, like everyone that I've done that with, that it's been, acid reflux, it just kicks it. I mean, it just goes away. Now, some people need a little bit more to where they need the glutathione on the right. So it's kind of really more of a great big square, but diamond, I guess it would be more of a diamond. So glutathione on the right, carnosine on the left. And then I had the Eon on the back of his neck on the C7, on that vertebrae when you put your head down, that it kind of sticks out. And I put the X39 on top. So the pain was kind of on the right where I had put the glutathione. And so I put that X39 on top of the that pain spot as well, but the glutathione was kind of already there, so I just stacked those patches. So that's what I tried for what he had going on. But like I said, it wasn't really pain, it was more discomfort. So it was just really nice to have a, tool. The gal he was working with, she had a tool that we could show right away like that. But really, it's one of those, obviously, most of us don't have tools like that. So it's just encouraging the person to do their research, to understand what the technology does, how it supports, our stomachs and our intestines, and how it will support all the linings of those things as well. That's a list of things that I didn't go through that the GHKCU absolutely does. It supports all the lining of all of those organs in our body. So it can be something that will eventually be help, in that area. And, just figuring out what else he could need to help support him. I did move the ice wave to the bottoms of his feet for a little bit to see if that would affect it as well. But didn't get any help with that. Yes, and he was drinking water. So I was having him. So this is the funny thing. My brother, when I went to patch his whole family, and it's put on a patch, take a drink of water, put on a patch, take a drink of water. So my brother calls this, okay, this is what drinking games with Nikki looks like. Put on a patch, take a drink of water. So yes, this poor man was put on a patch, take a drink of water. The hard thing was that for whatever he had going on with him, he was even struggling with water. So anyway, we gave him a few more suggestions of maybe going in and getting some other things checked out just to see what was going on with him. But hopefully, just regardless, using the technology is just going to support his body overall to function properly. So yes, so we are at our time limit. I hope we got some questions answered for you tonight. Thank you so much for everyone sharing their stories. Know that you being willing to share those stories is going to bless so many people, and I'm so grateful to you for doing that. Please make sure you get back to the person who invited you to this call to get some more information, and really just get started. Just get started using the patches, applying them to your body. It is an amazing opportunity that we have to use this technology and to help our friends and family, just to become healthier and live longer at a healthier, however long God gives us here, that we can live all of our days as healthy as possible. So I just pray blessing over each and every one of you tonight. Good night, everyone. Have a good night.
Good night. God bless.
God bless.
Good night.